I have to make this quick because the battery on here does not last for long, and I do not have a plug in here, and the cat is staring at me like I'm nuts. But I did promise I'd do this a while ago, so here we go. Up here we got just random sketchbooks, a regular one, a watercolor one that came with my paint kit last summer. I wish they had, kind of sold this one separately because it is really good. It was also really cheap, by my standards. So it was really nice, and it's also a lot of pages, and if you know anything about watercolor paper, they don't sell you many pages for a good price. Behind it is the whiteboard, and then I just have a bunch of canvas boards. I love working on those a lot better than canvases because you don't have to worry about poking through it because I'm very heavy-handed. Then there's my Alpha Smart. I had one of these in high school and absolutely loved it. I wish they had let me keep it. So unfortunately I had to fork over a fortune in order to get one. But it helps if I have something to write and it's too hot for me to use the computer. Then this is just a pack of really thin construction paper that came with a craft kit, pipe cleaner craft kit. And then these are stencils. And then just my treasure map and my little, the spyglass that Captain Hook uses. I got those for like $4. So I thought that was a good steal. And then just a bunch of stickers and random pens. I mostly collect Christmas stickers, but there's some Halloween ones. Because I surprisingly did not have any Halloween ones. And then these are just paint markers. Yeah, just making sure it's in the shot. So these are paint markers. They're not very good, but they were cheap. They were like $10. And you get, the random assorted colors. They don't have very much in them, but it works. And then, if we move downward, okay, we're in the shot. There we go. We have this in the middle here. Yeah. These are beads that still need to be sorted. The box that I had picked out has not come yet, so who knows. These are the Mr. Sketch scented markers, and who does not love those? So I got an extra pack of those, and my Gold Ranger, because who does not have one of those? Chapstick, random, this is like a button wreath. I had a bunch of these, and this is the only one left. Puzzle pieces that I have yet to put together. It's like a Christmas gnome thing. A 40 set of Crayola, fat markers. Those random rainbow colors. Those are a pretty good set. I love the colors that come in those. And then on top of it is a couple of random gel crayons that came with a color book. These are paintbrushes. I have a drawer of paintbrushes on my desk, but it is completely full. Because Mom had gotten me a bunch of paintbrushes for really cheap, at the discount store, and I love them. And these are just like extra ones that I've gotten over the years. I really like the big one for the canvases. And then the red ones, as much as I like them, they don't work very well. You know, some work, some don't. That's how it is. Random eraser caps. This is string for the beads. As you can tell, I have 50 million bead pets on here. I think there's like 40 or 45 of them by now on here. And I have more on the other side. You will see those around my Instagram and Twitter. I don't want to drop these. This is watercolor tubes. That was part of that paint set that came with the watercolor pad. This bucket is random acrylic paint. Just like extra colors that don't come with the watercolors. You know, like pastel colors, or like one of my favorites is my new Frankenstein green color. It's, I don't know the name of this one. Citron green, I think is how you say it. But to me, it's Frankenstein green. And if you know me, I do have a current Frankenstein obsession, and I blame two brothers for that one. You know who you are. And then just like other random pastel colors, like this one I really like. It's a minty green color. And then I found a real good Christmassy red color. This is the color wheel that came with the paint, and then just random scraps. This is my apron that I have yet to use because I have not done paint recently. In the back of the paint, we have set of, and I have to put all this back, a set of Staedtler 36 fine liners. For me, the barrels are a little thin and flimsy, because if you know me, I'm very heavy-handed, but I love the colors, and I love the way they lay down on the thicker color books. Now, I don't do a lot of the adult coloring books, because the designs just tend to make me blind, but I do like the way these lay down on the thicker paper, so I also use those on construction paper. And then behind there is just a couple of sets of crayons. I have the 96 set from Heather. She very graciously sent that to me because we always have to have an extra set of crayons in our collection. We're the people that, you know, have a set to use and then a set to look pretty. I also have 3 boxes of 64 that I got as a pack. And then on top of there, I just have, I can't get it, there we go, washi tape. Or it's supposed to be washi tape, but it actually, it behaves more like masking tape than washi tape, so you have to be careful. But yeah, and then this is the box for another set of crayons Heather sent me, the confetti crayon, which I love. And then this is the paint cup that came with the paint set, and I'm out of breath, but it just got the sharpener for it, the sharpener that came with a set of number 2 pencils I have, and the eraser that came with the paint set. The lid to that, as much as I like the cup, the lid is not that sturdy, So I just use it for that. Or if I need an extra mixing. And then behind there, I just have the key rings. And my little bat. My little bat. I have a bunch of stuffed animals and Beanie Babies. If you know me, I collect them like no tomorrow. I also have, it's kind of stuck in here, so I can't pull it out right now. But I also have the little Goliath keychain from Go that Heather sent me, and I just realized my Elf Smart was upside down. I also have an extra charger plug, and then if we turn back around and move to the bottom here, yeah, I have a set of acrylic paint bottles. This was from my sister's kids. I usually only work with watercolor palettes, like the dry kids paint. But I was looking to branch out with the canvases, and they gave me these. I have an extra bottle of white because I go through white a lot. And then behind the white, I have one of my Tommy Funkos. With the Goliath little keychain, I have a little Tommy keychain as well from Heather. This is a Tommy Funko that I got from my other sister. And then one of those 3 sets of Crayola crayons, an extra bottle of purple. That's tempera paint, because I've noticed in a lot of the paint sets they don't give you a good purple. If they do, it's like the fuchsia color, so I wanted an actual purple, and there's that. Let's see, random Sharpies. Then I just have my glasses down here, which I have to eventually repair. A bunch of sharpeners, because everybody has 50 million sharpeners. I don't know if I can get it out, but this is my dragon egg that Heather sent me, and yes, she spoils me, but I appreciate it. And that's my little red dragon in there. I named him Kilgara after Merlin, because who doesn't want a red colored? This box, I'm not gonna pull it out all the way because it's a pain in the butt to get back in here, but it's full of those little containers of tempera paint. Those little bottles that Crayola sells, like 10 or 12 of, and those are just the normal rainbow colors. And then over here, I have, it's hard to move this thing because it's so heavy. I have, like, random palettes of the dry watercolors, which are a really pain in the butt to get in here, because it's such a tight space. But these are, like, the 36 one, and, those are easy to find for, like, $4 or $5 anywhere. I had gotten one from, like, the Dollar Tree, one from Amazon. This is the palette that came with my watercolor set. Now, I have a set that Mom had given me with a small palette, but the tubes go kind of fast, so I wanted an extra set, and this one had like literally everything I wanted in it. And this was the type of palette that I was looking for. And I almost got this palette separately, and then I found that set, and I'm like, hey, grab that deal, and it was only like, I think like $20. It wasn't that bad for a whole set. And it came with the 24 tubes, the palette, the paint cup, the pencil, the eraser, the sharpener, the watercolor pad, everything like that, and it was so cool, and I love that set. Unfortunately, I do not have the box anymore. And it looks like a mess, but it was only because things happened and everything ended up having to be piled on here that I had sorted nicely in other places. So that's why, they all kind of look like a mess right now. Otherwise, I also usually have my Cranky Kitties calendar on here. And these are just, the regular Crayola palettes. I have like a million of those because who doesn't need one? I go through those like crazy, so, yeah. And then I have to put all this back somehow. There we go. And then, like, I'm not gonna go through it right now because I don't have a light in there right now. But on my desk I just have, like, extra skin markers, in, like, a pencil box. I have regular books, like reading books. I've shown my rack before with the rainbow tubs, and those have all kinds of craft supplies in them, most of which I've used, but it has like sewing stuff, popsicle sticks that I have to restock, pipe cleaners, wooden shapes that I use for either gluing or tracing, because I'm horrible at drawing. Random craft supplies that, everybody has. 50 million TP rolls, because I use those like no tomorrow. Oh, there's also googly eyes and like wooden dowels. I just dropped the crayon box. But there's also those on there, and glue, because I get a big set of glue, because I go through glue like crazy, just as much as I go through crayons or paint. I probably go through crayons the most, glue next, and then the watercolor palettes. Those are the three things that I go through the most. And then I also have a separate bin that's just all color books. And I love the kind of color books that you could get from like the dollar store or like the Christmas ones. I try to get like a couple of springtime ones here or there, but those are harder to find. But I have like 50 million Christmas ones, and I love them all. And that's about it. Unfortunately, a lot of my stuff got put away and put up and stuff like that. But this is what I'm currently working with. I definitely, am on a budget, if you know me. I don't mind that. This is stuff that has been collected over the last 20 years of my life, or gifted. Like a lot of this stuff, has either been gifted for Christmas or birthday, The acrylic paintballs, the separate ones, are like all $1. So, anything you can get on budget is stuff that I look for. Um, Honestly, I don't like sell paintings or anything like that, so I really don't care about the quality of anything as long as it looks pretty and it works for me, you know. And that's about it.